Hi guys, welcome back to Trails to Daybreak. And we're into chapter 2 right now. Let's see.
Legislation as well. I mean, you talk about what a huge part of this administration that is going to be. John Thune from South Dakota. I think about a lot of energy. Right. Mark McCallum anchoring executive television stories. We were together last hour as the first vote failed for Senator Rick Scott. Then there were two Johns left, if you will, Cornyn and Thune, and now we know the winner was Senator Thune, the first thought. So John Thune obviously is very well liked in the Senate. He has had his eye on this spot since McConnell announced that he would not return to the leadership position. He is a long-time senator from South Dakota. But I think that the wind is around reform. This is very clear when you look at what the president-elect has in mind in terms of energy, in terms of the border, in terms of...
Did I get them? I think I got them already from him.
Immigration issues in this country and energy, as you all were just saying.
Yeah.
I do not anticipate that John Thune is going to want to stand in the way of the...
Hey, Mr. Gizmo.
...and envisioned by President Trump. The message that Trump gave to the congressional side in his meeting this morning with Mike Johnson, get to it and unify. He knows the significance of these first 100 days. Last time, in 2016, it took them 80 days of the 100 days to get their nominations through this process. It was long and laborious. They don't want to see that this time. They have a very unique opportunity with 53 senators in the Senate chamber, and I don't see John Thune standing in the way of this agenda. Well, Martha, I know you're with
Just let me see if I got everything.
So look, there are two doors that we're watching as all of us sit here, and Martha joins us too. We're waiting for Senate Republicans to speak. So, you know,
where am I?
We're waiting for that to happen. Perhaps we might even hear from Senator Thune, who just won leadership of the U.S. Senate. We're also waiting outside the portico at the White House. Team might put up the split screen now. Peter Ducey was in the driveway waiting to see if President-elect Donald Trump might come out and talk about what went on in the meeting with President Biden. So we've got two focal points today, and we will stay on that. Kaylee, I want to come back to you on something, though, just in terms of the president-elect getting involved or not getting involved. In the beginning, we knew who we wanted, right? Then he got quiet. If you have too many votes, it gets muddied, as Martha just pointed out. Like you need a crisp decision. Do you think we got what we were looking for today in terms of that? And what is that?
Okay.
Well, I have no doubt that the allies around Trump...
Let's just do it.
It was just someone who, in his gut, viscerally supports the agenda. President Trump, however, was very wise not to weigh in. The Senate is an interesting institution. They have a degree of independence. They don't necessarily see themselves as beholden to a president, even if it's a president within their own party. That's why they have secret ballots. They're very much an institution that has this degree of independence. So I think not weighing in response politically, the last thing President Trump would want to do would be endorse someone and then go into Washington.
Hey, Mr. Gizmo, good boy.
So smart to weigh in, but also wise for him to connect with whom back in October. He saw the writing on the wall that he needed an ally. He made a lot
No complaints.
and is ready to move forward. But the question for Thune will be this. They all indicated an openness to recess appointments. It's easy to say that on paper, but when push comes to shove, when Trump says, I want that recess appointment, if he believes to do it, he should. As a man
Cool. You remind me a lot of my mom, which is a very good thing. I'm sorry, I meant to mention that to Miles. I just need a battery.
So I don't have to get involved. If someone is opposed to the agenda or going to be a problem for the agenda, that's when you have to be public, make a statement and try to push senators. And by the way, you're right. They are very independent in the Senate. The problem, though, is when you have a mandate from the American people, and you won such a majority with Republicans, and these are Republican senators, it's really hard when you get pressure from the U.S. president just by that mandate. So it would have been effective, but I think the president thought, let's do it. I'm not going to make any enemies here. I'm going to keep them all friends. I don't care who wins because they're all buying into the things that I need in this administration. Which I think goes back to what you were saying the other day, Kaylee, which was that the difference between this transition and this next chapter and the prior one is that President-elect Trump can sort of rest assured that everyone is indeed fully in line, fully on his side, and more appropriately, fully recognizes and respects his authority as the duly elected incoming president. So I think he can rest absolutely assured knowing that the alliances have been formed, have been strengthened, have been bolstered, and everyone in the pod gets the assignments. You know, there's no worry on his part. But that's the sign of a leader that has assembled an appropriate team, right? And you don't have to micromanage because you know and have faith that will take care of it.
So, Sandra, you really hit the nail on the head when you talked about energy. So, about 3 hours ago, we didn't get good news about inflation. It ticked right back up again. So, energy is where, I don't know, in the town hall, and where I know in a lot of different rally speeches, Trump has talked about he would attack that first, make energy cheaper for everybody, which would attack for production, manufacturing, and getting groceries into our hands, and try to tackle the prices of things through that. So talk to me about Senator Thune, because if energy is going to be first out of the gate,
that promise hits the core of every business in this country, every consumer in this country. We bring down energy costs, and you create a business-friendly environment for all, and that is a friendly environment for all consumers. So that was obviously a winning message in this presidential campaign. John Thune, obviously, he could be masterful with his leadership through energy reform and energy legislation. I think something we have to point out that's a lot different this time around is perhaps personalities matter less this time around with this Donald Trump presidency because he has so clearly articulated his promises to the American voters. I mean, we know his plans, right? That's what the American voters voted for in this victory. And so if John Thune's the guy, and that's what I was looking up just a minute ago, so I wanted to make sure I use his exact words. He's described his relationship with Donald Trump as a working relationship. Okay, so he's not glorifying or making it something like they're best friends or beyond. This is a working relationship, and that's what he needs right now because he's set the goals, he's made the promises. Now they have to get to work.
yeah, the word working is key.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to work. That's right. Yeah, I mean, there's a possibility with the U.S. House, and of course we haven't called it again here on Fox. We're going with AP, Associated Press, is not there yet. But if he has bicameral majority, he's not going to keep that long. We've got another election for congressional members coming up in a couple of years. So he's got to be able to do something pretty quickly.
All right, we're going to move, but we'll be right back. We're waiting for the White House press briefing now to begin in about 30 minutes.
Pressure on Press Secretary Felicia speak. She will be joined by National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan. So remember, we reported earlier, Sullivan was wanting to know what Trump was kind of thinking in terms of handling some of the big things that have hooked up, he didn't probably put it this way, but have certainly blown up under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. What will Trump do first? What is it going to look like? I don't know that we'll get this out of that meeting that's going on with Joe Biden right now. I don't know how deep and detailed that will be. Their on-camera remarks, as you know, we've shown you, were very short. So this White House press briefing is very important to kind of see also what's going on in the White House, what do they want to know about, and sometimes even though they're answering the question, the way they do so will tell you where the gaps of knowledge are after that meeting. So stay with us.
Jorge has always put the ones he loves first, but when it comes to caring for his team, so his own plans take a backseat. Well, maybe it's time to shift gears on that. That's for them to have complete, affordable care all under one roof. Plus $22 insurance rates for new patients without insurance, 20% off treatment plans for everyone. Making it easier to get started with quality care. It's one more way Aspen Dental is in your corner.
In this family, we don't fight over the bill, we just take care of it. Families never receive a bill from St. Jude for treatment, travel, housing, or food. Join our St. Jude family. We need you. Please donate now. This is keratin debris, where nail fungus grows. Nonix nail gel cleans out fungus by removing keratin debris. Using Nonix, 90% of nails improve. Get clinically proven results. So effective, it's money back guarantee. Have you compared your Medicare plan recently? With eHealth, you can compare Medicare plans side by side. So we find the difference in eHealth. Discover how easy it can be to find your Medicare match. This is really amazing.
And a very dependable source of energy at that.
I can go on vacation with this and buy prescriptions.
That's why people prescriptions. I got your doctors as well. This plan has a secret.
And that's
zero.
Zero copay is what I'm looking for.
I'm gonna go ahead and compare the different brands.
That's perfect.
Alright, so are we happy with our selection?
You're so helpful.
Perfect. I'm excited for you, sir.
Congratulations. Oh my God, that was super easy.
See how your Medicare plan stacks up with the big changes for 2025. Just call this number or visit eHealth.com. Compare plans with $0 monthly premiums. Compare plans with allowances for dental, vision, and over-the-counter healthcare. Compare plans with the nation's top insurance companies, including United Healthcare, Humana, and more. They pay us to help you. That's how eHealth is always a free service. How much do you think you'll be able to save using eHealth? At least $200 a month. Would you say you found your Medicare match?
Yes, I did. It was Sam who explained to me exactly what I need to do.
Well, I have a surprise for you. Champ, come on out. This is like, what's it feel like to be face to face?
You helped me out quite a bit.
Call to meet your advisor and ask about eHealth Live advice. Or get started on your own at eHealth.com. See if you could get more for less using eHealth, like these folks did.
I can see the costs side by side now that we know that it's a free service. eHealth is just, I think, the best.
Call 1-800-417-4814 to better Medicare plans in your area or visit eHealth.com.
eHealth, your Medicare matchmaker. The darkness of bipolar depression made me feel like life was moving on without me. Then I got the chance to let in the light. Discover Caplyta. Unlike some medicines that only treat bipolar 1, Caplyta is proven to deliver significant
Caplyta can cause serious side effects. Call your doctor about sudden mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts right away. Antidepressants may increase these risks in young adults. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Caplyta is not approved for dementia-related psychosis. Report fever, confusion, or stiff muscles, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. Common side effects include sleepiness, dizziness, nausea, and tremor. These aren't all the side effects.
In the darkness of bipolar 1 and 2 depression, Caplyta can help you let in the light. Ask your doctor about Caplyta. Find savings and support at Caplyta.com.
We have two live events set to take place at any moment. We are awaiting Senator John Thune, who has just won the local Senate Majority League. He takes the microphone at any moment as he prepares to lead the agenda that House Speaker Mike Johnson tells me is a well-designed playbook prepared to execute with precision alongside House Speaker Mike Johnson should he remain in that role. And he, of course, highly supported President Trump. That was the reporting of the congressional meeting today. We're also waiting at any moment to hear from Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre. She will be joined by Jake Sullivan, National Security Advisor. Now, this comes after her Thursday briefing, which was very interesting, and this is a little different sounding than what we had heard from Karine Jean-Pierre in the past. She was pressed several times, I heard it myself, from several reporters to criticize President Trump. She declined to do so. She talked about a peaceful transition of power, maybe taking a note from her boss, Joe Biden, who talked about lowering the temperature. So we will watch with great intrigue today, Karine Jean-Pierre, as she comes out, takes that podium, and talks to us about a historic meeting that we all watched live. You know, as I look at this, Paris, and this meeting that took place, the image of President Trump back in the Oval Office, this unlikely comeback, it was really quite something. And then another image came out, and that was from Stephen Miller, and he's with President Trump today. And he posted a picture from the White House colonnade. Now, I've walked down the White House colonnade with President Trump. Stephen Miller has many, many times. But Stephen Miller took a shot of the Rose Garden and just simply posted the image. And you think about this transition from that Oval, someone like Stephen Miller walking that colonnade alongside him as Deputy Chief of Staff.
Look, these were pretty remarks from President Biden. Said it all. It was what Martha and I made eye contact on first. It was what it took a lot for Biden to say that. But I think it hit him probably like it would hit anybody. I beat you. I was torn off the ticket. You beat that person who took my job, and now you're back. He was literally just, hey friend, you're back. It wasn't bad at all. I mean, that was just an access of history and what we're all living through today. Do I know if that tells us anything about what this meeting is going to be about? I told you what Jake Sullivan had wanted, and when it's been reported that the White House would want to know more detail about what Trump's going to do, he's not going to tip his hat much on that. More than what he's already promised the American people. Promises made, promises kept. He always says that. But with Joe Biden, I don't know what the legacy play is for him. We're not going to see enough of him for his change those images late in the campaign. And it's one of the reasons why we didn't see much of him for Kamala Harris on down the stretch. And he didn't change that narrative today because he didn't own the screen long enough to do that. So the welcome back is welcome back to taking over the White House, I guess, from this day forward.
Yeah, from this day forward, and January 20th, it will be interesting to watch the office again. Sandra, something else I noticed is the press corps. Those of you who might remember, they were quite ferocious during Donald Trump's tenure. I looked at Pebble Beach, that's where all the networks have their tent set up. There were more reporters there than I had ever seen in my life. And then when you listen to the pool reporters shouting at Trump and Biden, it was noticeably at a higher fever pitch than I heard. I can't do it. That's obviously something you probably have a much more closer observation and comparison of. This is an important moment, and I think, remember this if you have to think. We set up that corner after it's going to be for so many. It's a lot of what's happening for so many people is secure therapy, medication, meditation, whatever it is. Remember this moment. This is an incredibly important moment. I don't mean to, underscore how close I make a joke like that, but this is an incredibly important moment for the country and for the world to see this peaceful transition. In fact, I just pulled the whole day of what they exchanged, the words they exchanged there. President Biden saying, maybe we can make sure we accommodate what. Those words, think about that is incredibly important. After all of those 2 years, after that debate stage, and all the words that have been exchanged, all of the jabs that have been made, maybe we can make sure you have everything you need, accommodate you how you can. We're looking forward to a smooth transition. I mean, this could, there was a possibility of this not happening. This did happen, and we should respect this moment, right? And we should remember this moment. And it's an incredibly important visual for the country and for the world that this just happened. It is. Emily, I want to talk about the shade that I picked up. Maybe it's just me. I'll leave it to discuss. But on Monday, there was this interesting moment where Joe Biden allegedly kind of shunned Kamala Harris at a Veterans Day event. That's what the camera showed. Could be more to that. She wore red on Election Day. She wore red today. And then she handed President Trump a thank you note that was handwritten. This could all be very kind, diplomatic, and coincidence, but it is interesting to see the First Lady kind of lean in a way we hadn't seen her to the Trumps. Yes, and there have definitely been a lot of reports about Joe Biden, yes, studying Kamala Harris, and I think the infighting within the party of many blaming President Biden for the loss, I think she takes a lot with that, and I think she is fiercely protective of her husband and feels that he could have won, feels very disassociated from the fact that he was sort of cast out. So yes, I think she blames, and there's plenty of reports for her sort of blaming that on Kamala, and nothing gets your other half like idling up to the person that they hate, right? So I think that's sort of what's happening. If I can just add my 2 cents, I found it presidential, simple, and effective, their interaction. I thought it was beautiful. President Biden saying, anything you need, we are here for you. President Trump saying, I have no doubt it's going to be seamless and fantastic. Thank you, I appreciate it. President Biden says, you're welcome. I mean, that is what a presidential exchange should be like. And I love the contrast, by the way, between President Biden with President Trump here, and also yesterday with the Israel meeting where, remember when a reporter asked a question and Biden goes, is that camera behind you going to hit you in the head? I mean, here, only relaxed, simple, not overly speaking, and I kept thinking to myself, as the gavel sort of Beverly said it after, how are there very people too? He's done it also. They've both been there. I will say
Biden was asked about when you're going to get the hostages back.
that's right.
It wasn't just the moment, it was also the
There's another side to this coin, and I think it's important, not to detract from the moment, because peaceful transition of power is hugely important for our country. I very much appreciated Joe Biden's speech, where Joe Biden took us forward. I appreciated bringing up here, not criticizing Trump personally, and stood in contrast to the fight language we heard from Kamala Harris. Appreciate that. But let's not forget recent history. Let's not forget the New York Times report about Biden wanting to see Trump prosecuted, the direct democracy language, the Obama meeting that took place, and the subsequent January directive in a Susan Rice email about withholding intelligence from Trump. All of those things have changed that.
a president-elect like
So to that point, elections are tough. People say mean things about the candidates that they're running against. They lie about their opposition. But this is something we have never seen before. Threats of democracy, fascists, mafia, extremists. I mean, you're saying some of the nastiest things you can about your opponent was said by Joe Biden. I love that you guys are all buying into this peaceful transfer of power. I don't buy that at all. Listen, you can say what you want in this little meeting with the fireplace crackling behind you, but Democrats are burning for battle. Joe Biden can say that here and tell the American people it's going to be peaceful, but you have the governors, you have the Senate, Democrats, political battle, and you have the deep state ready to thwart every single Republican that takes a position in the cabinet. They're going to work against him. So say what you want, but Donald Trump's going to be at war with the Democrat Party, elected or not elected, as he tries to move his agenda forward. A political battle, we're already seeing it through Democrat efforts, which is the evidence. I mean, it's a resistance patrol that's around the full transition power. Meanwhile, politics is tough, and it's a nice world today. It's a nice world today. Those were Trump's words. It's,
very gracious. Meanwhile, the American people who want to keep on what's last and the fascists. And now the fascists is welcome with open arms and they will let each other. So that's what happens. That's right. All right, well, we are waiting for a House press briefing, and new Senate Majority Leader soon, he's incoming. His remarks will come at any moment. We will bring both events to you live.
Certain arts will be more effective.
To me, art is all. But home is also your body. I ask myself, why is a lot of so starting my own weekend. Getting a brick and mortar in New York.
Attack their weakness with an art.
Chase Inc. has supported us from you will run, you will read. When you start small, you move like big, and Chase Inc. is that.
5% cash back for business. The Chase Inc. business cash card and Chase for business. Make more from what's yours.
Using these type of cleansers can be damaging and stripping your skin. I use new Olay cleansing oils every day. Just soap, activate, and wash to clean, tone, and refresh. That's a 3 times better clean. Olay.
This Friday, Christmas arrives early.
We got performance.
Well, it was nice to meet you, Cal. Good luck with everything. What? Waiting did you get to meet Friday?
Whether you're a professional driver or just a fan, vehicle breakdowns are costly.
It started
Watch out!
Sort of the last thing I remember is the engine cut out.
If your check engine light goes on tomorrow, the repair could easily cost thousands.
It's an exhaust.
Broken axle.
But with Endurance, you would never pay out of pocket for a costly repair again.
They covered a $14,000.
I had a seat sensor that went out. $1,400. Endurance paid it.
Brand new transmission, and we never seen the repair bill. Use any certified mechanic you want. Just bring your car in, and Endurance, pay them direct. All major parts are covered.
What I like about Endurance, they don't play games. There's no middleman. They're solid. If I didn't have Endurance, I would have taken over $7,000 out of pocket to repair my vehicle. Something is going to break down. Make Endurance.
With Endurance, your car repair costs go way down, while your car's life expectancy goes way up, allowing you to drive more and pay less.
One claim alone saved more than $4,000. I've had 5 claims, and that is $3,500 that I've spent in my pocket.
So, who's going to pay for your next car repair? You or Endurance?
Whether you put 10,000 or 100,000 miles a year,
That went great.
if it's less than 20 years old, Endurance has you covered with unlimited miles. Plus, your friend covers 24/7 roadside assistance anywhere in the country. Call right now to get $300 off any plan, plus a full year of our top-tier elite benefits, a $2,000 value free, and all of Endurance plans with a 30-day money-back guarantee. But you have to opt.
Ooh, it's a good one.
Call 1-855-276-1563. That's 1-855-276-1563.
I would like to take a moment to address my fellow veterans because I know there are so many of you who have served your country honorably, whether it's 2 years, 4 years, or 32 years like myself.
one of the benefits that we as a country give you as a veteran is your eligibility for a VA, not 80%, but 100% the value of your home. That's what you can get at New Day USA. Call New Day USA.
The mechanisms here are ancient. I'm surprised they're still up and running.
$70,000.
Whoever created them probably kept the design simple so they last a long time.
That's how much you can take out at New Day. Pay off your highway credit cards and costly car loans.
Makes sense to me.
Improvements and put extra cash in the bank with our lower rate New Day 100 cash out. With home values, now's the time to turn equity in your home. Call 1-855-383-51.
That is the spot.
When you can't watch, listen. Get the latest news, business, and news headlines on SiriusXM. Anytime, anywhere. Fox News on air on SiriusXM. America is listening.
We're awaiting two events developing this hour. Newly elected Senate Majority Leader John Thune set to speak at any moment. But the White House news briefing is also set to get underway in a moment. Now, before his meeting with President Biden this morning, President-elect Trump attended the House Republican Conference to discuss their plans for his next term. Let's go to Alexandria Hoff, who is in Washington right now with the latest.
Hi, good to be with you. You know, this was a housewarming, if you will, a celebration. Even though there are still outstanding races, Republicans appear poised to maintain control of the House, giving the president-elect the trifecta he needs to move forward with his priorities in his administration and his agenda quickly. He opened today to members here with a message of gratitude.
So I just want to thank everybody. You've been incredible. We worked with a lot of you to get you in, and you helped me. And you helped me too. We won the majority by 7.1 million. We won, which is great because Republicans aren't supposed to be winning the majority.
Upon arrival, Trump received a standing ovation. Just a portion of the president-elect's remarks were on camera. A source inside there told me that the crowd gave a hearty laugh when he joked that he can't seem to get rid of Elon Musk. Musk was over in Mar-a-Lago, also in attendance with him here today. Trump also complimented his choice for vice president and chief of staff, calling Susie Wiles, quote, the most powerful woman in the world. So while Republicans are likely to secure the House, it's going to be by a smaller margin with administration roles going to Congresswoman Elizabeth Warren and Congresswoman.
Fuck is that?
They're not going to want to lose anymore. And later today, just in a few hours actually, they're going to be holding their leadership elections. There is some talk of an alternative nominee getting propped up to compete with House Speaker Mike Johnson. A conservative member told Fox News earlier today that that is not likely to happen. Emily?
This is your chance for a
Thank you. All right, so Sean, it's being called a Trump house warming, if you will, right? A celebration and a commitment to delivering on his agenda. With a few laughs reportedly after Representative Gleason said, no more coaching from now on, sir. What are your thoughts?
Well, first off, all the members who won their seats last Tuesday, they all get to come to DC and be part of this process. They love it. It's the most exciting time. Any election you'll ever win is right now for these members. So that's very cool. But again, Donald Trump and the Speaker of the House, they have a very close working relationship. There's consultation, I bet daily phone calls between the two of them. You need the kind of leadership if you're going to move your agenda in the House. But just look at this. We're talking about 3 or 4 or 5 seat majority. So think back a year ago when a couple of members would remove Kevin McCarthy from the speakership. So if you have a couple of members that become angry at Mike Johnson and Democrats join them, you could have a repeat of what happened 1 year ago. And again, when you're fighting on who the speaker is going to be, you're not moving an agenda. So what's important is all of these members rally around the speaker, get on board, and make a commitment that they're not going to make these motions that they get the chair to remove the speaker, and then you have a food fight on your hands. Again, all of that comes down to how big is Congress for? We don't know that. If you want to keep it around.
Right, so, and Representative Gleason talked about that razor thin margin. So, Katie, how much faith should the American people have then in that playing out? We don't know the margin yet, but in the fact that we're staying in line, rallying around the speaker to get the job done. So I love what you said about staying in line. That's so important. When I spoke with Mike Johnson, he said, look, I have worked with
with a smaller majority. We demonstrated we can do that. Is it ideal to have a bigger one? Yes, because it's a smaller one. But this is how much they've thought through this in the House. All the way to the point where he said he wants the sports managers, by the way. He said, I need to ensure that our new players and the veteran players are well prepared for the game that begins in January. So he's already making sure those who are here are in line to go for the top agenda. I would say this, there's a question, Mike Johnson, the House Speaker, he has the full support of President Trump. I just want to point out Rick Shorman, Capitol Hill reporter in the room, said Trump says he's with Mike Johnson 100%. Brigade Neighbors also in the room said, according to her, Trump said, Mike, you're going to have a tremendous 2 years, get it done. And Trump said, unify. Trump is calling on his caucus to unify around his agenda, which he has won. I'll tell you this, Katie. On the first night of being a Raider Watch for these storied Oakland Raiders, they made a video for us, a really long documentary that was private, and it was all about the history of the Oakland Raiders and the Oakland Raiderettes. And we came out of that video being like, oh my gosh, we are part of this unified team representing all we step out of line after that. But not particularly today in this conference, Sandra, which is what you're saying. Are kind of seeing the enthusiasm of these new recruits under the wings of the veterans. Well, music to President-elect Donald Trump ears is that this isn't a caucus that says they're ready to deliver on his agenda. And that is bottom line the most important thing happening right now. I suppose if I were to put a question to you, former House Republican, Sean Duffy, what is the message needed to those like far-right conservatives that did sort of look like they were going to start stirring up some trouble here with a challenge to Mike Johnson and beyond? What should the message be?
So I don't think that's going to be the problem. So again, their districts love Donald Trump, and if Donald Trump pushes them publicly, they're going to get in line. You have all of these members of Congress who are winning their seats. Some of them, they're not even called yet. They're winning by the skin of their teeth. They're going to be afraid of their shadows. And this is a time where you have to be bold, not afraid. And if they're afraid because they're afraid of losing their seats and not getting this agenda accomplished, that's the weak link of the way as we take control of the House. And again, Democrats do a great job of this. They're like, you know what, we're willing to give up our seats to pass Obamacare. And Republicans took the majority of the House after Obamacare passed. You have to be bold, be willing to sacrifice a seat to change the course and direction of this country. And the question is, are these members willing to do that, to push that into account?
Well, and I think that what that requires is something that you've seen Mike Johnson do of late. He's gone inside those House races and gotten to know what the electorate in those districts really was looking for from the people who come out. And so if there are any questions for redistricting or whatever happens on by the left, putting pressure on Republican House members, Mike Johnson would have a handle on it now. He's going to need it early. And I'll tell you what, that just made me think of though. So I've been saying, oh, they've got 2 years with bicameral majority. If they get the House Republican, maybe it's less than that. Because everybody started running before the race, like months and months before.
So right, your elections are coming, so you sort of think about the election, you know, right after the first of the year. So you really have a couple hundred days to get this big agenda. That's the most fertile ground to move legislation.
Well, we've done more electric we have briefing and news we'll bring that to you live.
When we became parents, everything changed, especially our perspective on food.
On our path to find healthier products, we started Good Ranchers.
To connect families with 100% American-born, raised, and harvested meats.
Quality beef, pork, chicken, and wild-caught seafood delivered to your door.
Because we want the best for our family and yours when gathering at the dinner table. Visit GoodRanchers.com and discover American beef delivery.
Your parents have given you some amazing gifts. Celebrate the ones you inherited with Ancestry DNA. Explore the detailed family roots, cultures, and traits that shaped who you are today for only $39.
Hey, so I want to now experience. Now we find credit cards with no date applied. Now these cards won't give my credit if not approved.
No date.
No date.
No date.
Get the free experience out today.
If you have chronic kidney disease, you can relapse losing kidney failure with Forxiga because there are places you want to be. Forxiga can cause serious side effects including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration, urinary tract or genital infections, and low blood sugar. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin and brain can occur. Stop taking Forciga without your doctor's prescription due to this infection, an allergic reaction, or ketoacidosis.
Annoyed by ugly paint chips on your car, but afraid to use touch-up paint? Dr. Color Chip creates permanent professional repairs that match your car's paint. Simply apply Double M Glass. Factory colors match guaranteed. Go to drcolorchip.com to find your year, make, and model. Choose your car's color code and select your kit. It's that easy. Order today at drcolorchip.com. Use discount code FOX10 and get 10% off. Meet Dr. Color Chip at this year's SEMA show, November 4th through the 7th in Las Vegas.
The Department of Government officials say it's about to lock D.C. to the big ones following the worst of all the defaults.
Do you have a life insurance policy you no longer need? Now you can set
Activating skill. Boost gauge limit increased.
Join thousands of others serving our veterans, our communities, and our country. Oh yeah, and our Member Perks program will save you thousands on shopping, dining, products, and services across the country. Join us at agent.ca.
lots of news about the next 4 years moving forward. White House briefing just ahead. What will Karine Jean-Pierre say about this sports week? Why was it FEMA policy to avoid homes with Trump supporters? Attack of that. And can the Doge really trim federal fat? Dr. Wolf and Steve Moore are here. John Roberts can join Sandra via the top of the hour for American Reports.
So this is interesting as we approach the 1 p.m. hour. President-elect Trump is there at the White House still meeting with President Joe Biden. Now look at the time. We're at almost 1 p.m. We know he walked in there at about 11:14 a.m. But we can officially say right now that this meeting is longer than the meeting that we had with President Obama. That meeting lasted 90 minutes. We were approaching an hour and 45, and we know this as President Biden responded that he wanted to bring up the Ukraine war as the subject of discussion. Again, I want to go because the Ukraine war started on his watch. So I wonder what he's telling President Trump at this moment on this matter. We'll keep you updated as we await to see President Trump, President-elect Trump, depart from that meeting. We'll bring you all the images. Stick with us.
Excellent.
Not today. President-elect Trump filling out more key positions in his incoming administration, including nominating Fox and Friends Weekend host Pete Exec for defense secretary, former director of national intelligence John Ratcliffe for CIA director, and former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee. Set to lead a new department of government efficiency. Now, the temporary agency will partner with the White House and Office of Management and Budget to drive structural government change. This is one of the biggest points, ensuring that civil service class does not undermine the people's presidency. We'll see what happens there. But Emily, obviously, for all of us on this couch, knowing Pete Exec really in mind, he is. I remember sitting on the couch with them, guest hosting over the weekend, October 8th, the day after the October 7th attack, and watching Pete at 4:58 a.m. at a map, naming all the countries in the Middle East, how they interplayed, the various actors within. He is a brilliant foreign policy. Yes, ma'am. I feel like when your brother wins the Super Bowl, like it just, we know when we announced it last night, I was here at Fox, and there were cheers all over the floor. He is a phenomenal individual, a phenomenal patriot, and a extraordinary warrior, and I am honored
Is
that he
something
is
wrong?
so proud of my former colleague now. He heads that is incredible. And I will say that many people don't know. As a
Did
combat
anyone
veteran, he's
else
also
see
a
the
double
Genesis
Bronze
side
Star
of this
recipient,
now?
one for valor.
On your toes, you two.
His resume goes so much more beyond a few sentences. He is really, it is an honor to have him there. You know, Sean, looking at the Elon Musk brigade deployment, this is clearly you see it in Washington, the civil servant class that undermines the civil sector.
So first of all, I love it, but like this, I'm running him weekend, Fox and Friends weekend co-host. There is no number one. How do you? But no one better informed. No one who works harder, preps more organized, and knows what needs to change from the military.
Who are you people?
None of your business.
Sit down with that. We didn't.
But I've got an idea of who you are.
Between the silhouette of Congress and the way she moves.
It's gotta be that Kingster grin
What he
cat.
proposes to cut, I think, is going to resonate with the American people.
So this is that famous thief. See her that lovely camouflage, but she's wearing a really tight jumpsuit. That outfit's so adult. Oh, will I be able to wear something like that
You know,
someday?
I just wanted
Harry,
to get to
stop.
get started.
She's
I
not
mean,
a good role
promises were
model.
made to the American people. We know that
Jeez, I've
Democrats
hardly known you a minute.
and
You're already
minorities
corrupting
voted
the
for this
kids.
president, that he's got
This is what
more
Grim
votes
Cat
from
is
those
not
communities
supposed
than
to
any
wear.
other Republican in the U.S.
So you admit to being Grim Cat.
Just get to work.
Boom.
We're outnumbered. Come on, man.
Fine, sure. I'm Grim Cat.
If you need
You got a
cash, the
problem with
last
that?
thing you want
Couldn't
to
care
do is
less, if
spend
I'm being
cash
honest.
just to see if you
Come on,
qualify
You're meeting
for
a
a
celebrity.
Get fuck unders charged
Anyway, what do you
$100
want?
in upfront
You
fees.
don't look like
Just do hard.
racers.
They keep
If you were down here,
even if
you
they
can't
turn
be
you down.
ordinary people. Wait
Unlike
a minute.
funders at
Are you
noon,
trying to
there's
lure
no
me into a
upfront
trap?
fee,
No,
no
not
upfront
at all.
transaction
We're
fee,
just here
and no
because the
upfront
CID.
wire fee.
You're with
Not
the
$1
Fed?
out of pocket.
This
Give
jerk's
us a
been
call.
asking for it since the word go. So, sorry girls, but I'm forcing my way through.
When we started feeding the farmer's dog, he
Your
lost
worst,
so much
Toots.
weight. Pre-portioned
This will be
makes
great
it really
training.
easy to keep
Your
them
opponents
lean
are
and
as
healthy.
agile as
I'll
terror.
teach you not to underestimate me.
In the past,
Can't we talk this out?
when Tractor Supply customers experience its personalized service, they
Fight for a world
with
of hurt.
T-Mobile for Business. With T-Mobile's reliable 5G business internet, employees get the information they need instantly. This is how business goes further with T-Mobile for Business.
Are you ready for an electric joyride? It's just a few clicks away. Introducing electric e-bikes. Experience what it's like to feel like a kid again and feel confident with the best-selling electric bike in the U.S. All of our electric bikes are tested to the highest safety standards and have plenty of accessory options to maximize comfort and fun. With a top speed of 28 miles per hour and starting at 45 miles of range, you can take your adventure wherever you want. See why over 25,000 riders get electric a 5-star review. For just cruising your neighborhood, hitting trails, or taking with you across the country, we have every type of bike for every type of rider. Ships to your doorstep for free, little to no single required. Hop on to our Black Friday sale now and get free accessories with your purchase. Only at electricebikes.com. Electric e-bikes, affordable, awesome.
We are on a mission to visit every national park in the States. We've done a lot. When I was diagnosed with skin cancer, I was told that no surgery was the only answer. I just didn't want to go through all that. I came home and I did my own research. That's when I found Gentle Cure.
If you, like millions of others, are affected by skin cancer, it's important to know that surgery isn't the only option. There's another choice, Gentle Cure. Gentle Cure uses low-energy enzymes to kill cancer cells, and 99% cure. Plus, there's no cutting, no surgical scarring, no downtime.
Throughout the course of the treatments, I was able to live my life. And the cancer was gone.
To learn more, call today or go to gentlecure.com. Hi. You trust me? What if you can see a strong, integrated return that's not correlated with stock market today? And what if you were in control? You could turn income on, whatever you choose. What if you compounded daily, paid money, and there were after
And what if they have peace of mind because there was no attack on the principal who ever used it? Well, folks, they're being attacked. That's all the people investing all their money into a high-pitched rate with Washington, and they don't care what happens. Follow up what it did. And best of all, I received them.
And breaking news right now, we did not know how the end of the meeting would look. This is live. This is outside the White House, where President-elect Donald Trump has just left the White House. That's his motorcade right there. After meeting for well over an hour and a half with President Biden. Now remember, their comments on camera were very short last hour. And we've been playing that for you because this moment in history, those two men have gotten together. We know that there were expectations of a peaceful transfer. They both talked about that, a peaceful transition. This was the precursor to that, and they both acknowledged that's the goal. And they were, as Trump put it, it's a nice day in the world today. We also noted that the First Lady Joe Biden handed a letter of purpose about peaceful transition. It's called a letter of readiness, and we have not learned exactly what's in that. So now Trump has left the White House, and America reports now.
All right, thank you, Harrison. Good to be with all of you. Now, this Fox News alert is in the top few hours. South Dakota Republican Senator John Boone, Senate Majority Leader, is the Congress' top deputy leading a town led by John Cornyn of Texas and Rick Scott of Florida.
Boone will speak shortly alongside his Senate Republican leadership colleagues. We will bring you their when it begins. But first, the latest from the big day at the White House.
Politics is tough, and it's many cases not a very nice world. It is a nice world today.
All right. Now that was seen around the world, that handshake in the Oval Office of President Biden and President-elect Trump met there earlier today. Both sides promising a peaceful transfer of power ahead of a closed-door meeting that is now concluded as the transition is into high gear. Hello, welcome to the State in New York. What a big day this is, John.
Certainly is, and that was the roaring finals democracy. I'm John Roberts in Washington, and this is America Report. We expect to hear more of the meeting from the White House press secretary when she briefs reporters in minutes ahead. It's part of a triumphant return to D.C. for President-elect Trump, who met with House Republicans in Washington before making his way
Really
back.
get under my skin. You know that?
President-elect
I've
is
had enough.
powering forward to
It's
shape
time to pull
his
out all the
cabinet,
stops.
wasting no time announcing several new additions in just the past 24 hours.
Now, Fox News team coverage, Mark Meredith is the latest on Trump's transition process, and Kudlow is here to react.
But we begin with Peter Buzzi right outside the White House for us. So, Peter, a lot of activity there today. What exactly happened?
Oh,
Because we know
when
so
did it
far
get so
behind
late?
closed doors
I'm
in
in
that
so
meeting.
much trouble. I hope you're nervous.
Oh,
All your fault.
Trump was here a lot longer than his schedule showed us. Nearly 2 hours on campus. We don't know how much of that was in the Oval Office with President Biden. And the huge group of reporters that was kind of forming a crescent moon shape outside of the West Wing with hopes that Donald Trump would come and give us a readout himself of what happened. It's breaking up because he decided just to get the motorcade, head back to Trump Force One. They're going to let the Biden side have the first crack at writing this first draft of history of this historic meeting. When Crane, John Pierre, and Jay Sullivan stepped to the podium any minute now. They told us they wouldn't start until Donald Trump left. He's gone, and the whole heart of this meeting that they let cameras in for was short enough. We don't have to clip any of it. This is what happened.
Oh, excellent.
Thank you very much. And politics is tough. And it's many cases not a very nice world. It is a nice world today. I appreciate it very much. I appreciate it so smooth. As smooth as it can be.
We sure run into each other often, don't we, Spring? How about you two and your new friend? Come fill us in down at the
This is the first
station.
time the two of them have been in the same room since they were on the debate stage together.
Okay.
Announcements of I haven't heard much on the economy yet. There. I'm sure you probably got some inside scoop there. But let me put up on the screen the true transition, what we know so far. Okay? These have all got a lot of headlines to do Alice. I know that you have wonderful things to say about her. Staff Mike Waltz, very familiar face here on the Fox News Channel, National Security Advisor. Lee Zeldin, the EPA Administrator. Steve Miller, Deputy Chief of Staff of Policy. Okay? I think it's important to go one by one here. Borders are. Elise Stefanik, also Congress, to be the U.S. ambassador to the UN. Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, DHS Secretary, Kristi Noem, and who else out about who we just first heard, Defense Secretary, John Ratcliffe, and beyond. Your thoughts?
Well, if you're moving at warp speed, which is, I think, terrific, because he has so much momentum from his landslide victory in the election a week ago, a little more than a week ago. I think they're terrific appointments. Some of them are really, truly inspired appointments. That includes Mike Pence, but they're all good. It's interesting, you want to get the border out of the way fast, and you want to get the national security out of the way fast. That's very important. The economic stuff's going to come. It'll come very soon, I think. I know a little bit about that, but I'm not going to speculate about that.
How important is it that Senator Thune has just been chosen as the majority leader in the Senate? I mean, this is a guy who knows a lot about energy coming from South Dakota. Will this help with the energy transition?
Well, I think it'll just help. I mean, Johnson's a good man. He won a good victory. He had to sit down with President Trump not too long ago. I think he'll be a great leader, he'll be a fine leader. I think he's going to run a more open Senate, by the way, in terms of the majority, in terms of amendments, in terms of no big omnibus bills. So we'll have to see how all that plays out. You know, I think there was a part of the news clip with respect to this Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, the Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency. You know, I wouldn't mock that, okay? I just want to put a flag down. We've heard a lot about this in recent weeks. I myself have talked to Vivek quite a bit on our show, and off our show. It's not just the two of them that are going to grapple with the federal government. They're going to be recruiting a lot of men and women in business and formerly in government to help them out. And one thing, Vivek posted a tweet today on Twitter X, and he said, look, you have two things here. Number one, the Chevron deference issue by the Supreme Court, which basically said the regulators do not have the whole say. And he also put in earlier West Virginia versus the EPA, which was the forerunner of Chevron, the same idea. The Supremes have given them a mandate to go through every single regulatory agency and make sure that they have not stepped over their boundaries. And by the way, I think you can generalize and say that in virtually every case, they have stepped over their boundaries. And that has to be curbed. Either you're going to get congressional legislation or they will lose their authority to continue to make these regulations. Furthermore, I happen to know some of those regulatory agencies would be recommended to be off the charts completely, get rid of them. We don't need them anymore. You're going to try to modernize them. And on top of that, we're going to go through the federal budget with a fine-tooth comb. And again, they're going to use a lot of, people power to get this done. You have, for example, at least $1 trillion, in programs that were obligated and authorized but not spent out as partly the inflation. That's
You talk about it like it used to in
huge.
Somebody had promised to
Look, there's even more here. They're looking at, for example, federal assets that could be put into use, leased out for enormous revenues and royalties. I'm not going to go through the specific calculations, but I can just say that federal assets that could be commercialized, leased out for royalties to the federal government, are many times larger than the entire federal debt, which is 34.5 trillion public, about 27 trillion. They're going to mobilize all these resources, all right? Deregulation, get rid of some of these agencies and commissions, get rid of funds that shouldn't be spent anywhere they're not spent out. I think they can do it. I think you'll get a run back of some of the most impactful things regarding the budget, for example. You'll get it this summer in time for the reconciliation act. That's the budget act on taxes and spending, which will be sometime in September. This thing is going to hit hard, just like remember, Mr. Trump is a businessman. He likes results. Okay? Elon Musk is a hell of a businessman. He likes results. Vivek Ramaswamy, another businessman, he wants results. So I would take this very seriously. And these are regulators and other people inside the federal government. They not only dust out their resumes as they may be looking for different kinds of work. We might employ them in the private sector. Not unemployment. We might make it for them in the private sector.
Well, I look forward to talking to you through the process, Larry. All right, it's going to be interesting to watch. And we're going to have this time all the energy around these picks. And you certainly feel it. It's happening fast, for sure. All right, we'll see you at 4 o'clock. Larry, thank you so much. John?
Senior White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said to take questions as President
Hello,
Biden
everyone.
President-elect Trump
I hope you enjoyed the movie. I'm the actress who played Zoe, Judith Lancer.
About that high-stakes meeting.
Plus, FEMA fired a worker for ordering staff to skip Florida homes with Trump signs. Or was it an isolated incident? Molly Conway's here to react to that former employee's bombshell claims.
This is part of the course, right? We keep having this.
For me, the most memorable scene to shoot was the escape sequence in the climax. The rain was beating down on us, and everyone on set was soaked to the bone. Salvatore still made us do more than 10 reshoots. He yelled at me, "Judith, show more ass!" Assertiveness. He was so persistent. I was about ready to snap by the time we finally finished for the day.
I was fortunate enough to play pro football for 15 years, won 2 championships. I've been taking balance in nature for over 2 years. And all I can say about it is I'm very happy about it. I feel great because I know it works. I believe in the product tremendously. I take it every single day.
If it's a meal you're after, I would be more than happy to provide.
Here are some ingredients and fruits. Tomato, papaya,
It's good
apple,
to see you
wild
again
blueberry,
too, Mr.
orange,
Arkwright.
cherry. One of the ingredients right
I need Edith to
Nothing
tend to some
artificial, just
business,
whole fruits and
namely
vegetables and
meeting with
greens.
you.
What balance of nature does for me, it makes me feel
My
confident
associates
that I'm
happen
doing
to
the
run
right
an
thing to live a better
excellent
life.
restaurant
Get
just down the
35%
way.
off your
Perhaps
set
we
as
can
a
continue
Burgers
this
customer.
conversation
Free
there.
shipping and our money back guarantee.
Use discount code FILM. White House Music
I knew something was off about him.
critical questions about homeland security, global instability, how the valuing dollar, so much more. I asked them today. And over the years, the
First the CID and now HeyUA.
it's threatened your savings.
It
That's why
sounds
I
like
buy
he's
gold.
figured out my true identity, too.
With all the economic turmoil
I'll
in
have
the
to talk
world,
to Mom and
gold
Grammy
gives
about
me
this.
more control over my portfolio. I want that. I need that. With Rosalind, there are no gimmicks, no nonsense, no hassles. They have fast, reliable shipping and make buying gold very easy. Call Rosalind to get your questions about gold answered. Find out how gold can help shield your wealth for a better, safer future. So,
My name is Sal Lee,
are you
president
safe?
of HeyUA Trading Limited. It's a
Call
pleasure
now
to
for your
meet
free
you.
gold, silver, and IRA transfer kits. Call 800-630-8900. 800-630-8900. That's 800-630-8900. Tonight, transfer the power. Exactly. Jesse breaks it down. You are getting sick of your prices.
Yeah, he's very good. I like him a lot. He's good.
This is a colossal event of a voice. The issue is with things and it does need to be revamped. It does need restructuring. And it's going to have to start with the truth. No matter who is in that office, there's a problem.
Ours is an organization with many faces.
Is it a one-off? This was FEMA policy that's been in place for years.
When the story came out, the Trump supporters were not getting help from FEMA because they were Trump supporters. FEMA obviously wanted to just say, this is a one-off, this is one individual, it's not the culture. Well, the woman who did
You wound me, Mr. Arkwright. Personally, I see great potential for a mutually beneficial relationship between you and me. So, might I explain our predicament while we wait for dinner to arrive? The truth is, I'd like you to visit relatives on my behalf.
not just as concerned about it as they would be if it was constituencies. That was labeled a conspiracy theory without any actual investigation into the claims by corporate media, who said that the worst thing in the world you could do is question who's doing things people's fears were legitimate. And it's not just again this one person, but it's an entire culture. And I just want to point out too.
You see, trouble has been brewing on our doorstep. And not the kind we can simply ask the police or guild to address, mind you. Nor can our organization commit fully to addressing it so suddenly. With all that in mind, I think what we need is a Spriggan's touch.
Should be prepared for that type of tension and hostility that they might be receiving, not avoiding it. Probably the people who are most tense are the ones who need the most help.
All right, so we talked to obviously dozens of victims in hurricanes and even more. Here's what some of them are trying to say. We need people coming together. Families are suffering, and it's time for whoever has hope. The ability to bring supplies, food, water, there's very little attention. I feel like being paid. There's some factors coming in to take care of us.
We just feel like we're being forgotten. Hardly anyone has gone insurance. We haven't received any response.
We have not seen anybody other than the one person who came on the ground. It's been local and state. Do you remember that famous comment by Dan Criswell? Just because you don't see us doesn't mean we're not there. And Brian, kill yourself. Isn't that the principle of the Holy Ghost?
Yeah.
You might not see me, but I'm there.
Well, in this report pointing out too, the Biden administration is not the first administration to have problems with FEMA. Pretty much since it was started under Jimmy Carter, you've seen it be a place where there's a lot of corruption and graft and cronies are put in place. And I think this really speaks to what's happening with this transition as well. The Trump team seems to want to actually improve government programs. If there's a disaster response, they would like it to actually help with disasters and do it in a cost-efficient way. And so these kinds of problems that we saw with these hurricanes really might point to some of the reforms that people will be seeking.
So the Florida Attorney General is incensed about this, and the House Oversight Committee is going to be looking at this. Just key on what you said just there. Because the Democrats are ridiculing this new DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, headed up by Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk, saying, oh, it takes two people to find government efficiency. I think if you're going to get two people,
the elders want our offensive to be swift and sure. To that end, we must approach with caution. Armada is no longer the fledgling organization they were. Our timing and avenue of attack will need to be chosen carefully. We cannot allow their taunting to bait us into rash action. That said, one of our associates is nothing but rash. He's a charismatic young man who's on track to join AUA one day. But I'll hold my tongue for now. We can discuss the rest once you've eaten and agreed to help.
Remember the Democrats. This is a guy who can catch rockets. I think he can rid our waste problem. So I'll get to say that. Is that it?
All right, thank you. And here's a Fox News alert to two live events that we are watching for
And that
right
won't
now.
do. I leave for Crossbell first thing tomorrow morning. I need your answer here and now. The look on your face has me optimistic about your reply. I should mention, though, he'll merely be on deck in case my other helper chooses to decline.
Majority leader, that could begin any moment now. We're listening for that.
More or less.
We will bring that live. break. We'll be right back.
A perfect day with the family. Shingles doesn't care, but Shingrix protects. Overnight Shingrix is proven over 90% effective.
This appetizer features the finest Central Eastern dried fruits, sourced from valleys and prepared using a secret recipe. Please, help yourself to as much as you'd like.
Fainting can happen, so take precautions. Most common side effects are pain, redness, and swelling, rejected, muscle pain, tiredness, headache, shivering, fever, nerves, and stomach. Ask your doctor about Shingrix today.
Why did we choose Statewide?
We're always working on a project.
While loading up our SUV, one extra push and crack. So we scheduled at SafeLight.com. We were able to track our technician and knew exactly what
This is an extremely rare delicacy that even we struggle to procure.
SafeLight came to us.
Should you decide to help, I'll see to it that you receive a care package containing 16 varieties of dried fruit. That's on top of your monetary compensation, of course. Consider it a token of our appreciation. So, do we have a deal?
Over 600,000 USPS employees work on the city to ensure every cent on its holiday ride is with the home jewelry. The United States Postal Service.
Hi, I'm Damian Clark. I need help to understand how to get the most for Medicare. If you're eligible for Medicare, it's a good idea to have original Medicare. It gives you coverage for doctor office visits and hospital stays. But if you want even more benefits, you can choose Medicare. Sports heroes. There are so darn heroes that made what the United States so far. Multiple large plan networks, doctors, hospitals. So get the most from Medicare with the Humana Medicare Advantage. You can have more coverage than the original Medicare, $0, no custom plan premiums, and a yearly cap on your out-of-pocket costs. It's called Medicare Advantage for a reason. So call a licensed Humana sales agent today to learn more and to request a free decision guide. Remember, annual enrollment for Medicare Advantage plans ends December 2nd. Humana, a more human healthcare. Breakfast was delicious as always. And the chauffeur's armed by inside. Get it. Jack. Without the plane shortages, did you look over my wall? I never said. I said, take the plane, pay, and I'll leave you back here to my destination. Do we have a deal? This trip to Eden today.
Okay. Let's save it. And we'll see you guys next time, all right? Peace out.
Peaceful transition. We do expect that she will take